Thanks for staying with us. We're going to open our phone lines to call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-7694. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. Do you have a few questions online?
So, next year, by God's grace, the presidential candidates chosen by PDP will be turning, I hear, 76. And, we've been clamoring for a younger person to take up that leadership position. Do you think he is right for what the sort of Nigeria we want to build?
He's my candidate already, and I've told you repeatedly that we support him. Even if I wanted a younger person, we've passed that stage. That is why you must now look, one, for a vice presidential candidate
Maybe
who will be able to complement, of course, the person would have to be younger.
Let me rephrase that question. Do you think we need a younger person? Do you think age should be a factor?
Yeah.
Oh, age is always a factor in everything in life. That's why we have retirement. No.
We are seeing Biden today. They're all older people. So why is age a factor in Nigeria?
No. Age is a factor in every situation, but there are exceptions.
Okay.
So Atiku is an exception in this case because it took the totality, the generality of our members to say, okay, you are the best amongst 13 of us. So we're going to work for him, but I'm praying that it will not be stampeded again into hurriedly picking. In fact, one of the things I would suggest is what I did already, the shadow cabinet. Let him form a kind of, it might not be binding for now, but let him at least give us a peep.
So what it will look like?
What we should expect. Because if he ends up with a colorless vice president.
That's it.
Okay, so YK talks about, the same recycling themselves in power. And you've admitted here that, there's this culture of how the leaders will emerge. It has to be, this permutation of one side, popular side, and the money. Is it ever possible that we change this culture of elitist politics that we do here, so that this leadership quality doesn't necessarily mean you have money, you have the exposure, the big names, and a son of a nobody really can emerge a president or governor in this country?
We're all children of somebody. Not having money does not make you a nobody.
An unknown Nigeria.
No, you will be known. No, it's a popularity contest. I was not born with silver spoon. My father was a road overseer working for what we used to call Pong Pong Wahala, the PWD in Ife. He had migrated from the old Midwest to Ile-Ife, where he met my mom. My father died when I was 13. My mother was a stark illiterate, let me put it that way. She couldn't speak one word of English, but she knew the value of education. So what you need is someone who has come, what we call the itinerary for the day or Atapata the day, who has come from the lowly of places to arrive at the highest of places.
Okay.
That is the dream. That is the message. No.
By the powers that be.
No. If we were serious about taking power, that is the kind of person we should have promoted. That's why my speech on Saturday was about dreaming. That in 1993, I was in Jos to witness the SGP primary between Atiku, Babagana Kingibe, and MKO Abiola. And I stood there and I was dreaming that one day, maybe the son of Iyagmogon would also be able to do this. And I was proud that on Saturday, the same Alhaji Atiku I saw 29 years ago, I was standing against him. It's the power of dreams.
All right, let me take this call. It's been holding for a while. Good morning, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
Okay, fine. I want to go against the notion of Dele Momodu, and I will try to say something. Dele Momodu talk about something that if you can't move us forward, you leave us for where you met us. does he mean by that? What does Dele Momodu mean by that?
That you should prove. Okay.
Years of PDP to totally destroy this country to where it is today. And we all know very well that it's very easy to destroy. Very, very easy to destroy. And find so difficult to build. Even like Chris Popogri house in Abuja that was being destroyed. Do you know how long it takes Chris Popogri to build a house? And it takes just one day to build the house down, to build that building down. And when I want to thank God, Dele Momodu is never been emerged as the aspirant.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. I'm not sure you understood the question.
Okay, what he's saying that it's easier to destroy than to build, and so it will take longer for the party in power now to rebuild what was easily destroyed by the PDP. And he made an example of somebody's house demolished.
So if we talk about insecurity, after 7 years, we have a retired Major General in power. So how come he has not been able to fix it? The roads that were started by Jonathan, how come in 7 years we've not been able to complete them? The rail lines that were started, some have been completed, but not in a perfect state, 7 years after. People right now have been abducted. Nigerians, innocent Nigerians. And now politicians have abdicated their throne. Everybody is pursuing his own agenda. Nobody is talking about these people. I was the only one going around. Going to Maiduguri, going in the marketplaces to offer hope to the people. Going to talk to Sheikh Gumi in Kaduna. Going to Cotonou to go and see Sunday Igboho so that we can reunite the whole of Nigeria. Politicians they are just carrying us as if everything is okay in our country.
Let me take a few comments on social media. Come back to you, Nima.
Yes.
Let's take a few comments.
First is Akimbo Yewa says, a northern candidate cannot win the election for APC because Rabiu Kwankwaso has already reduced the chance of the PDP in the north. Only a southern candidate with broad-based supporters in the north can win for APC.
Let me let you hold on for that comment. Okay. This call's holding. Alaji Zubair from Limasho, are you there?
Hello?
Alaji, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Amora, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to your guest, Dele Momodu. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Thank God, sir. I just want Honorable Dele Momodu's comment on the position of the southern governors. You know, the other time they met, they even said they want the president to come to the south. Now, the PDP has done their primary, and they picked the president at the north. So I want you to comment on the position of the southern governors, because there's a lot of things that promulgate that brought that issue. That is that. The second one is the position of this country. As of yesterday, Naira is 700 Naira to $1. The way Nigerian economy has bastardized. I wonder if somebody as a politician is now dosing out dollars, you know, to in the primary, how will he be able to balance the equation the way Nigeria is now? Thank you very much, Honorable Dele Momodu.
Thank you, sir. You see, again, the southern governors met, virtually all of them, and they came out with a communique that power must come to the south. I'm not sure if all of them were sincere. You know, people say things for the cameras.
Yeah.
But what happens behind the scene is different. It's obvious that some of them must have supported Atiku Abubakar. Some of them must have supported Tambua. Some of them must have supported Saraki. As a matter of fact, I knew the ones who supported Saraki. So, and they were from the south. You understand? So if truly they wanted the southern candidates,
They would have supported the
they would have supported, not necessarily, if they have issues with Wike, there were other aspirants. That's why I offered myself. And I was the only one combining Southwest and South-South.
Okay,
So they have a child of the South, but chose to ignore because, one, he didn't have money, two, he was not a member of the governorship cabal. On the issue of the dollar, of course, with the dollar rail, but I hear the dollar is coming down now after the
It's not coming down, no.
No, I'm telling you. As of this morning, I still checked. It's coming down because people are now changing their money back after collecting the
Money,
dollar.
the delegates are collected.
Okay, so
But shouldn't they have been investigation? That's not a good thing.
No, that is why, I beg, that is why those who are teasing Dele Momodu, they don't know the disservice they are doing to themselves. I told some of the delegates, I said, when you go back home, your children will ask you, did you collect dollar? What will be your answer? When you go to your church next Sunday, you will look at your pastor, and your pastor is busy saying, go and collect your PVC. I called the pastor the other day who was preaching about PVC. I said, the PVC to vote for who? To vote for incompetent candidates? It begins from how you pick your candidates.
Okay, so viewers are wondering on Twitter that what kind of counsel would the ex-head of state Babangida be giving you? What does he say? What does Babangida advise you people on? How to totally ruin the country, considering his history?
For me, every human being is important. Every human being has the positive side. None of us is perfect. So, look, I'm happy that my first degree is in Yoruba studies. I have a first degree in Yoruba. And the Yorubas are very similar to the Greeks in terms of philosophy. We're highly philosophical people. Yeah. If you go into Uduifa, you will see the rich, robust philosophy of Yoruba people. So most times, before I take decisions, I will think in Yoruba. I will look into our culture and say how the Omoluabi factor. So what you see in me, going around, meeting everybody, is the Omoluabi in me. And if you go to Babangida, you will see how relevant he is. You will see the number of people coming. Yeah. So one man's meat is another man's poison. So mine is to carry, because when you become president, you become the president of the whole country.
Yes, sir.
Not the president of saints. You are going to govern over saints and sinners. And how you are able to maintain that delicate balance, navigate, meander, that is important.
Let me take this call from Kyle, then I'll come to you, Miriam. Kyle, are you there from London?
Good morning, Maura.
Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I just have one issue. Don't you think our constitution needs amendment? Because that is the major cost of the whole thing. You gave an instance of the VP and president. Likewise, the governors. The deputy governors are powerless. They don't have anything doing. I think we should have a constitution that gives them powers, certain powers, and what to do. I think this is one of our problems. That's one of the reasons why the governors are so powerful. As you said, they are just fingered in everywhere they are. So that's why I think, how can we amend our constitution? Which way do we go? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I've always said that you will never have a perfect constitution. And I like to give this example again. My friends, who I respect so much, the Igbos, because I liken them to a combination of the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans, the Indians in terms of intellect. Extremely brilliant. And Nigeria is not making the best use of those talents, because by now we should have our own Silicon Valley somewhere in the southeast. That they have dominated the National Assembly. So they keep complaining about marginalization. How come all the Senate presidents from, Ewerem, Okadigbo, Wabara, Nnamani, Payosanyim, how come they've not been able to change that constitution in a way that, for example, there is no reason why Southeast should have 5 states. They are the only ones who have 5 states out of all the regions in Nigeria. Yet your people have been in power. Anyim in particular has been Senate President, has been Secretary to the federal government, which is the engine room of government. Yet nothing has changed. So it is not the duty of the president to change the constitution. It is the job of the National Assembly. So the day the National Assembly is populated by people of conscience, you will see that a lot of things will change. Yes, we need to amend a lot of things in our constitution. Yes, we need to restructure, but it's not just about talking. It's all, what we're doing now is all semantics. We need to be practical. We need to be proactive. We're not. So you can't blame any president for that.
So we have a few comments to you. Bad day guessing. Olariwaju says, Mr. Dele Momodu should start from the lower political terrain instead of running for the highest office in the land. Why not chairman of a local government? And let me just add to his comments, because here also we're trying to encourage a more participatory grassroots politics. We want best minds, you know, people who understand what it is to do, who understand where it is that we're headed, who understand that development is very important, especially at the grassroots level. Why is it that all our best minds seem to think that the only way they can make a difference is if they're running for the presidential office?
That is totally wrong.
Okay.
It's like saying, why was Oshibajo not a local government chairman? And then, but a Buhari can be his president. I mean, you see, we disrespect substance. Everywhere in the world, it is the duty of self-accomplished people to aspire to higher heights. So if a Dele Momodu, an additional, Akiwumi additional, and Okonjo Iweala cannot be president in Nigeria, and you now recommend go to local government, it is because if you limit your dreams, don't limit mine. I don't have any problem with you. I know why I want to be president. I want to be president because I know I have what it takes to be president. I'm already acting presidential. I'm already interacting with president. Look, this issue of electricity that we all complain about in Nigeria today, I know how a president in Africa wanted to help Nigeria. I was involved in it. I know the people who can fix it. I know what the problem is. The problem is not generation. The problem is transmission. I know the politics of Mambila Power Project. I know all these things. You are telling me go to local government. So when I know what I can do at the highest level, I'm already representing countries.
Yes.
20 years ago, Dubai, the place we all go to now, used to be a place that only traders were going there. They invited me to come and market Dubai to Africa. We changed see Paris and die to see Dubai and die. I have the cover, ovation. We have been doing that for 20 years. I've been going to Sierra Leone to motivate our soldiers. I've been going to Liberia to motivate our soldiers. I'm the Kiazolu of Grand Cape Mount County of Liberia, where we were doing great things for other countries, but we can't do it amount of. And they want me now to go back to local government.
Let me take this call from Dr. Aladeloba. Good morning, are you there? Good morning, Dr. Aladeloba. Hello, sir. Okay, I have a question concerning how does PDP expect Nigerians to trust them, especially when there was an Asaba declaration where we all agreed that power must go to South, number one. Secondly, there's also the dollarization that we saw at the Primary, where it was clear that you are buying delegates' votes. And you said it yourself with your own mouth that how can I want to be a president when I'm getting there through corruption? So how do I trust a party? First of all, you disregarded the entire South, and then you're sharing dollars to win the ticket for your party. I can't trust you.
How can I trust APC that forced people and they were paying as if they were buying popcorn, 100 million for a form? We paid 40 million. Including serving government officials. 100 million. We see serving government APC officials fly private jets up and down. I know how much it costs to charter. I see serving APM government officials carrying money from delegate to delegate, meeting them. APC. We haven't reached that level in PDP. We have been out of power now for nearly 8 years. It is not perfect, but APC for me, and I'm being as objective as possible, is far worse. Because, you see,
I'm asking about your party, you are talking about another party.
No, because I'm in opposition. My job, no, I am telling you that is why I'm in PDP. Yeah. And I've told our friends who talk about, who criticize, go into mainstream political parties. Go, If you like APC more than PDP, go there. So that your impact will be better felt. I am telling you that PDP, I'm sure some of our senior members are watching. They have a lot of work to do. We all have great work to do, at least to persuade you that we are now much serious than we were before. But if it is the same politicians that we gather again, then...
So you see this advice that you've just given. Banky Wellington may not agree with you because he left a fringe party and joined a PDP party. And we heard that he did an election and he won. He was counted in front of, or at least we saw it on social media, and the next thing, his name was not even on the list. He decided to make an impact. He even, you know, when he talks about it, he says, let's leave here, let's join the big party so that we can make a difference there. And yes, so someone like that, and a lot of us are thinking...
Banky is my bro. Banky is someone that I love like my own blood brother. And I met him in Abuja. These things do happen. But he didn't give up. He came to Abuja, where they told him that amends will be made, and I'm hoping the amends will be made.
Why did it happen in the first place to him?
I've told you, there are characters in every political party.
Oh, wow.
There is even in the small parties. I told you that when I was in Labour, after my 10 million evaporated, I ran.
So, Nima, let me let you jump in. So we have very little time.
Let's come back to a Banky character, for instance, not necessarily the one that
I understand.
If now, I want to first of all ask, are you going to continue to vie in these upcoming elections in 2023? If not,
no, I can't vie again. I've lost already.
Do you have plans to? No, you can always go to another party.
No way. I'm not that kind of character.
Already answered that.
So, do you have the intention to have another at the next general elections, to have a try at it again? And if not, do you have a Banky, not necessarily the popular one, anybody that you will mentor and say, I've seen your qualities, I think you can be a good leader, and you group that person towards the final goal of the things that you've seen based on the level of experiences that you have had, both sides, all sides, and groom a person that person will possibly become a president.
You see, grooming is not about adoption. It's not about grabbing someone on the street. What I'm doing here is to groom the young ones by educating them, by giving them the history, the analysis of how these things work. I mean, I inspired Banky W way back from Canada. We first met in Toronto around 2006, 2007. And I was one of those who encouraged him to return to Nigeria. Today, see where he is. He was living abroad. So I know how to discover talent, and I know how to nurture talents. But I am telling you, I am reaching out to thousands of young Nigerians now and giving them hope. Those who are teasing Dele and say, oh, you didn't score vote, they don't know what it takes. It has taken Atiku 29 years to get here today.
Finally scored this one.
You understand? 29 years. It's not a day's job. In Ghana, it took John Kufuor 3 attempts before he became the president of Ghana. It took Jonathan Mills 3 attempts before becoming the current one, Nana Akufo-Addo. It took him 3 times. Our own president, it took him 4 times. So you have to build and keep going.
I want to go back to this primary issue.
Yeah.
Because the fact that Tambuwal wanted to make a speech, the second speech, and the fact that even your party chairman described him as a hero when he stepped down, do you think there was a foul play here?
I have no idea. You see, unfortunately, at the time Tambuwal went back, I went to the washroom before I came back. So while I was out there, I heard an uproar. Ooh! You know, there was so much noise. So I quickly called one of my aides inside. I said, what's going on? He said, Tambuwal just withdrew. I said, what happened? Because Tambuwal didn't tell me. I was working very closely with him. I didn't even know he was going to do that. So
he betrayed you too.
So no.
He didn't
owe me any explanation about his decision. The same way I didn't owe him. I had made up my mind anyway. But come what may, I'm not going to pay nobody, and I'm not going to expect anybody to vote for me.
We supported Tambuwal many years ago. See that factor is still there.
You are not looking at certain things.
Politics is not.
Politics in Nigeria and in most parts of the world are quite regional in nature. Say what you will from today till tomorrow. Tambuwa will be the hero of his own people. The same way Wike will also be the hero of the South, because we wanted one of us. And Wike, showed capacity to make that happen. Maybe there were mistakes along the way, but he showed serious courage. It's not easy.
He donated money to Sokoto.
No, it's not even about money. It's not even about money. Wike showed so much raw courage, uncommon courage. He was not afraid.
Yeah, at all.
He was not afraid. That is what we should take away from him. That next time, we also need courageous people who are ready to invest where their mouth is. It's very important. You need a lion like this.
How do politicians repair these sort of relationships when they fall out in the open space?
Look, politicians meet all the time. They don't fight. It's their supporters who break their own heads.
That's very important.
Yeah. So, sir, you know, we expected zoning. That didn't happen. What is your party's plan to restructure, seeing that this sort of unitary system of government we are running is not even helping us as a nation? Do you people plan to follow through, or you people are jettisoning that one as well and just focus on the way we've been doing things?
You see, I don't have any such power, and I won't pretend to have what I don't. I'll leave that to our candidate. If I was the candidate and you ask me, trust me, I will tell you 1, 2, 3, 4.
But is the conversation ongoing?
I don't know. I'm here in Lagos. I told you I'm resuming at work. So nobody has invited me to a conversation.
Okay.
When they invite me, then I'll be able to talk appropriately on it. But for now, I have to play safe so that I don't look foolish. You know, when you dabble into what you don't understand, you know.
Fantastic. We have to wrap. Let's take a few more comments. I was going to take a few more phone calls. So as we wrap up, you really spent the time with us today. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Let's take a few comments on
the longest interview in a long time on television. I don't think I've ever done it.
See, as we're looking for comments, let me just ask you this final question, because, and as a Nigerian, and I like the fact that you said that you've not lost hope.
No.
Many Nigerians are losing hope on the daily. I mean, many of us want to jack back.
I'm too old.
My inside wants to jack back, but unfortunately, my physical body has to be here.
We're holding you down.
So
even your physical body will be too weak at this age to go and be doing, because you have to start from somewhere there to pay your bills. So
sometimes we don't mind starting over. But you see, I want you to talk to Nigerians. Should we really have hope? Because sometimes we feel as if we're recycling the same leaders, APC, PDP, no matter who gets there, it's still about their pockets. We don't really trust anybody. So I want you, as somebody who knows them and know us.
All right, let me just add this because it's almost saying what she's saying. King David says, good morning, Honorable Dele Momodu. It's a great honor to watch you live and listen to you. I have only one question. Can we still hope in Nigeria? Because the system is all in a mess. The young ones we talk about are not even giving us hope. Have you witnessed an SUG election?
Yeah, in the school.
Let me speak directly to fellow Nigerians. I've not lost hope in our country. It is, of course, very tempting to lose hope. No miracle will happen unless we work for that miracle. I remember Chief M.K. Abiola's favorite quote: hard work is prayer in action. Every one of us must work very hard to save Nigeria. I was begging people to donate 1,000 naira, 500 naira, and I want to thank all those who donated. That is the beginning. You see, because if I had more money, if I had 1 million Nigerians donate just 1,000 naira, that is 1 billion. It takes me closer to my destination. In America, you will hear of young people contributing $5, $10, and before you know it, $1 billion will be raised. But in Nigeria, they will go, Nami be president, Nami be... You see, we joke too much in Nigeria. That's why comedy is very popular. But we should not run comedy about serious affairs. Let our comedians begin to use their power to educate the people. The man who was saying Dele got zero, the comedian, I am repeating here, a comedian is a president in Ukraine. So you too can dream and become the president of Nigeria. Let's stop joking about serious issues. That's all.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you
so much. I hope you learned a few things as we have. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.